Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? All right. Shout out to each and every one of you. Peace, love, and blessing to all. As you see today, I'm walking on my soil. Even though we in the heart of heading for the winter, I'm already start preparing my soil. What I'm doing now, I'm actually raking up the leaf them. So I'm raking up the leaf, I'm packing them around my banana, I packing them around my compost, creating another compost pile right to the bottom down there. So this is what I'm doing, guys. This is how I do it. This is how I create my natural garden. I try to make everything as natural as possible, and I recommend the same to you guys. Even though you can't do it 100% natural, try to do it in some form of natural way that you have some part of control within it, because we got to try to eat out more healthier on the regular, man. Blessed love. All right. So now I'm gonna show you guys what I'm actually doing. Let me show you what I'm actually doing. Now we have all these leaves on the ground. All these leaves everywhere. And the winter has already start, the frost, the cold weather already start doing its job. Because we have to understand nature work in mysterious ways. And we could never understand nature fully. But the more we pay attention to nature, the more we understand what is actually happening. So if you notice what I'm doing, I'm raking up all these leaves. Nature already passed through and nature already dried them out already. So what I'm actually doing now, I'm scraping them up and put them in this pile. A lot of people say they use a lawnmower and they run the lawnmower and cut them up. I don't do that because what I've realized, whether you cut them up yes or no, they break down. So if they're gonna break them, regardless, some people say they break down faster, but for my experience, these things break down very fast. So you see, this is what I'm doing. So I'm actually creating my own compost pile by raking up all these leaves. Now this is in the banana field right here, the banana patch. And as you see, we actually filling up the area around the banana. All this gonna create compost for the banana. Let me show you something over here again. We have a lot of things to do, guys. We have a lot of things to do. Let me show you over here again. We also trying to keep these deer out the garden this season, because last season they did a lot. So we don't show what we're gonna do this year coming. So we wanna prepare, you know, they come up in this bottom here. So I'm gonna pull a fence, go right over to the tree there to keep them out. And pull a fence, go up there, as you know, just as much as I can. So now all these pieces of wood you see here, this type of wood, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna carry it to help keep down the leaf from the wind blowing them. And also, this also will break down. So after this breakdown, this is gonna become a nice piece of compost for our plant. Okay. So we're gonna just take this and add it right there. So this is what we're gonna be doing today. The sun is out. The sun is beautiful today. We went through some serious frost. Some serious frost. So today, I come to give my pepper tree some air. Because the thing is, for the past 4 or 5 days, they wasn't getting no air because I couldn't allow the cold frost to go inside. So they couldn't get no air. So now I'm actually trying to open up the shed that they can actually get some air. Because if they don't get air, you know, they're not gonna survive. So 4 days and yesterday was bitterly cold. So it's in there, it's looking healthy, but if I don't give it this air, because you know, if you notice, no sunlight, they wasn't getting no sunlight, which is very important. They wasn't getting no sunlight, but now as you can see, you know, so I want to give them some air and some sunlight today, so that might help them to survive. It's a very challenging journey, guys, but this journey gonna make me know whether they're gonna survive or not. Yeah, this one still looking good, but it wants some air and some sunlight. And that's what I'm trying to give it today, air and sunlight that they can survive. Without the air, and the sunlight, they're not gonna survive. So I'm here today to make sure that they get that type of sunlight they need. Yes, so like I said, guys, busy in the garden today, cleaning up the garden, raking up the leaf, and all them kind of stuff. I now pull up the pepper trees. See? Bell pepper. Is one thing I know for sure. This type of gardening, many people not trying to do this type of gardening because this type of gardening take too much physical work. And to some people is, why do that type of work when I could just go and buy some compost? Yes, you can do that, but this type of gardening help you physically, mentally, and spiritually. Now, I'm moving my arm, I'm moving my body, so it's a form of exercising. Some form of exercising, moving your bones, moving your knees, all these things is a form of exercising. So this is the natural way of gardening, but it also very hard, and a lot of people, I understand, not willing to do this kind of work, but the reward is awesome. The reward is great. see these break down very fast. Very easy, watch. Almost like dust. I don't like to wait till springtime to do this walk, guys. I like to do this walk now. So in the springtime is mostly focusing on the planting. What I'm actually doing, creating areas to keep earthworms around. Earthworms and beneficial bacteria around because we need them. We cannot drive them out our soil or destroy them from our soil and expect our soil to be rich at the same time. Without these things, our soil, our plants gonna struggle. So when you create these natural areas for them, they like to dwell in these areas. Now, when these things break down, what you can do, you can take them and bring them in the garden. So all these beneficial bacteria was dwelling in that small area there, you actually bringing them into your garden. Now, where I'm moving these wood right from here, I had some bell pepper plant right here. And these wood was right here. Meanwhile, they're breaking down and feeding the soil. Now, I'm taking them and put them over there because what happened is this year, I'm not planning to do too much raised bed. I'm planning to do the banks. So I'm gonna take these wood and put them in the pile right there and allow them to break down. When they break down, eventually you bring them back and put them in the plants and basically feed your soil. So this is natural ways of growing, of creating a food forest or a backyard garden, whatever you're doing. These are ways to create a natural, especially for the people who have these type of stuff around them, the trees, the leaf. Make use of them, guys. Why spend a bunch of money when you could get it for free? When you go, like I keep saying, guys, observe nature. Nature will reveal it all to you. But the thing is, you have to put in the work. It's not just gonna happen, and it's not just gonna happen overnight. We have to put in the work. So what I'm actually doing here, I'm not waiting till spring. I'm start preparing the place, start getting the place clean up, start putting the fence where I want the fence to put. I don't want to fence everything. I just want to fence, kind of try to keep the deers them out, and also fence little areas where I know they come in and the plants they love to eat. Because if you pull a fence up there Yes, they're gonna come around, but at least it's not just a free walkthrough. That's what I'm trying to avoid. The free walkthrough that they could just walk through and just eat whatever they feel like. Because I gotta eat too. Yes. So what you see me doing here, I'm moving. No, I'm gonna leave this piece here. You see guys, this is really good compost right here. Beautiful compost. Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? What's up? Hey, God desire me, how you doing? Hey, LP. Yeah, I'm just here trying to, I'm cleaning up the garden right now. And I'm preparing my soil. I'm just trying to show you guys, you know, how I do it and how I do it natural. The work might be a little more difficult, but at the end of the day, the result is great. Yes. Yes, guys. Some of my favorite tools, guys. This is some of my favorite tools. This is this fork. I just love this fork, man. This hoe, I just love this hoe. So like I was saying, I'm gonna be walking on. Okay, LPC, good for you. I'm a little jealous you can't do that. We have 3. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, sis. Sorry to hear that. Yes, right now, the soil is still soft, which I'm going to be showing you in a minute because I want to dig some banks right here. I'm trying to do as much as I can now because, like I said, in the spring, okay. Oh, yes. Have a little turmeric right here. Yes. Little turmeric. Ain't much, but it's better than nothing. I'm just preparing for next spring, guys. Making my job easier for next year. The soil is so soft, guys. I'm gonna show you guys something that I'm gonna be doing in a minute, all right? It's Michigan, LPC. It's Michigan, this is how it goes. Plus I do appreciate the downtime to plant and appreciate much as you are. But I have to do it on Paper. All right, all right. Just do how you can, LP. I'm gonna show you guys in a minute how I feed my raised bed. All right? This is natural gardening, guys. This is how you do natural gardening. All right? The work is hard, the job is hard, but at the end of the day, the reward is amazing. So let me show you what I'm gonna be doing right now. I'm showing you guys how I create a raised bed. I'm showing you guys how my peppers get to grow. I'm giving you guys secrets. I'm giving you guys tips of how my pepper them get so tall. All right? Now, as you see here, you see what I did, right? I bank it up by the side. And now what I'm doing now, look what I'm going to be doing now. Let me just, I got to twist the camera a little to give you guys that ideas of what I'm going to be doing now to feed my soil. Now, so now, if you notice, you see what I did. If you notice, you see what I did. All right? Okay. These are leaves that falls from the trees. These are leaves that falls from the trees them. So everything natural, right? So we not adding anything to these leaves, and we're not adding nothing to break them down. Now, this is the leaf. This is the leaf. What we do? You don't want to add too much. You just want to add a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. Because you want it to break down by the time the spring comes. So when the spring comes, you're ready to plant. So you don't want to put too much. You just want to add a little. So when you don't add it, now what you do, you take a layer and you pull it over the leaf. What happened here now? You see what happened? This is how you create a raised bed. Natural raised bed. You see everything. You see how I dig out the inside, the middle. I put the bank to the side, both sides. Create a trench in between. And I throw the leaf in between the trench. In between the trench. And what I do, I covered it back. Now, this is it till next spring. I don't have to do anything to this raised bed. In the spring, what I'm gonna come and do in the spring, I'm gonna come with a shovel and I'm gonna be, yes, you see how that did there? That's how I do it. Now in the spring now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna be digging holes. Yeah, that's it, that's good. Hey, good eats, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. Let me show you what I'm gonna be doing in the spring. Check this out. In the spring, we have January, February, March, April. In April, what I'm gonna come and do, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna dig holes. I'm gonna dig holes. You know why I'm gonna be digging holes? Because planting season is getting here. So I don't wanna wait until the spring to know doing this, because if you wait till the spring to do this, it's not gonna break down. It's not gonna able to do anything to your plant. It's not gonna able to feed your plant. So if you do it now and you allow nature to do what it does during the fall, into the winter, then in the spring, when the magic create, you come out and you start planting. Because now something, life, comes back in the spring. Everything go to sleep in the winter, but in the spring, everything come back to life. That's when you want to come out here now and start planting, because the life is there. And if the compost is already break down, the life mixed with the compost, everything just start growing beautiful. You guys see how my garden operates, so you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm just giving tips of how you could have a beautiful garden using what you have around your garden. Like I said, it might be a little hard, it might be a little technical, but at the same time the reward is great. So right here, I create a raised bed. Now, I'm gonna show you another raised bed that I'm gonna be creating right here. Let me turn it around. Now the sun is right there, so it's gonna be difficult. All right, let me put the, okay, give me a second. Yeah, all right. So now I'm going to create another raised bed. Because guys, what I'm actually doing right now, I'm trying to make my walk easier in the spring. I don't want to wait till the spring to now come out and start walking on your soil. I'm doing it now so it make my job a lot easier. I'm actually softening up the soil, guys, because I'm going to create another trench, which I'm going to be adding more leaf in the raised bed. You got to do this once every 2 years. Once every 2 years. You got to do this once every 2 years. Do not try to do it every time. Once every 2 years. Because the truth of the matter of fact is, leaf take time to break down. They don't just break down just like that. Alright, so leaf take time to break down. So what you're doing, you add in once every 2 years. Because the leaf gonna break down, feed the soil, then for the following year, it's still gonna have nutrients inside of it to feed the soil. So you don't want to add too much leaf in your soil. Once every 2 years, not every year. These are grass. What you see in here is grass, and these very easier. This may be easier to break down than the weed itself, than the grass itself. Because this is same thing here. This is here. You see the difference? This same grass here is what's here. All right, thank you for subscribing. Yes, watch. These grass is what's break down here in this pile. So when you use these are very good and easy to break down. So you could add these to your raised bed. You could also add these to your container. They break down pretty fast. So you see, zone 8. My growing zone is zone 8. Yes, zone 8. So you see, this is natural compost that come from these grass that grows up in our garden. All right? Okay, you see this? This is grass I was piling up for the summertime. This is what I was piling up for the summer. Now it break down. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add it in my raised bed. Let me show it to you. This is it right here. These are the grass I was picking up all through the summer, and I add it here. Now I'm actually adding it in my raised bed. Let me see. Yes, you can go blueberry. Yes, you can definitely go blueberry in this zone. You see, real natural compost over there. So now I'm ahead. I'm preparing my soil now. I'm not waiting till spring. Because when spring comes, it's planting time. All right? When spring comes, it's planting time. You know, I see a lot of people, when the spring hit, this is when everybody running out to the garden. This is when everybody running to the store, trying to buy compost. But guess what? That's the time you should be planting. That's the time you should be opening up the holes them in your garden or your container to put the plants, because it's springtime. You have to get your soil going in the fall, through the winter, so when the spring come, you basically okay. You ain't got to, you understand, your plant will be well fed because there's food in the soil to feed them. So simple like that, guys. Simple like that. 2 raised bed already prepared and ready for the spring. Simple like that. This is what I'm telling you. Simple like that. 2 raised bed, that one over there and this one already prepared and ready for planting it. Okay. Okay, right now we have, this is actually the fall, so I don't have anything planted in the bed right now. Hey, the everyday life, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. Yes, I don't really have anything really planned at this time. Yes, I still have herbs and stuff growing up in the garden, but right now it's just preparing my soil, getting my soil ready for the next garden season. That's what I'm doing, because like I said, I don't want to wait until the spring for me to now start putting my soil together. I always work on my soil in the fall and I rest during the winter. Then in the spring, the ending of winter, I get back in the garden and I start working the soil to get it ready for the planting season. So that is what I'm actually doing right now, guys. Okay, guys. Yeah. Blessings, everyone. Blessings. So this is what I do, guys. I come out in the fall and I get my gardens going. When you operate like this, your garden will be a lot more successful because you prepare your soil ahead of time. No, I don't have to worry in the spring. I just come out in the spring and start planting. Okay, let me see. Dark lumen say I have collards and kale during this time, but this winter is the first time I'm growing bok choy. It is doing well. Yes, these type of plants do really well in the fall. The weather really don't bother them like that in the fall, and even in the winter they do pretty well. All right. Yes, so get your soil together, guys. And this, I'm trying to, I'm trying to walk the people, like for the people who interested in what I'm doing. I'm trying to give you guys tips, and I'm showing you guys live what I'm doing, so you have a full understanding of what I'm doing, so you could also, maybe you could follow and get some ideas for your garden. Now, sometimes our garden, you might not have as much leaf as what I have around here, but the liquor you have, use it, it counts. Whatever liquor you have, it counts. So don't get discouraged and say, oh, I don't have no leaf. Use the leaf that you have. All right? Okay. If you notice down there, where the black stem is on the ground, I'm actually well, you got to do what you got to do. Yes, you got to do what you got to do. But the leaf do comes, it helps. So just do what works for you and what you're capable of. What you could get, you do what you got to do. But like I said, the leaf and the grass really works well. Really works well. It helps us in many ways. Okay. Yes, guys, these work wonderful. Now, let me show you what I'm going to do with these leaves. You see, there's a lot of leaf I have everywhere over there. Everywhere is leaf. So, when you garden like this, guys, you never out of compost. You could never out of compost. Never out of compost. You see? This is where I'm piling up the leaf them. You see, these grass, I'm taking them and I'm putting them on the pile. You see? And I'm also putting some of these logs. So the logs gonna help keep the wind from blowing them away. So right at this moment, the garden starts looking different. You start to see things now. You start to clean up now. It start to look different. Okay? All these, you see these break down really fast. Real fast. All these is them type of herbs. Where we're gonna start growing up now, there's a cover crop. There's a cover crop gonna be growing now. So the cover crop, which you already see them, if you notice, you're gonna see the cover crop them already start coming up. These cover crop now will grow up and help protect your soil. The winter does nothing to them. In this zone, the winter does nothing to cover crop. So this cover crop comes up and they grow during the winter, and they also grow during the fall. So all these things is what comes and what feeding our soil. So a lot of plants release a lot of nutrients in the soil. A lot of plants release a lot of nutrients in the soil. And sometimes during the winter, you'll be surprised what actually takes place during the winter. You will be surprised. So not because the weather is cold mean nothing happening. Something is happening. But in the spring, that's when the magic happens. The magic happens in the spring. All right, so this is one of my banana tree here. I kind of wrap it up because I wanted to protect it from the frost. Let me show you these other two of these others down here. I'm trying to clean up. I have a lot of things to throw away. All right, so these two, if you notice, I put the plastic over them, and you see the weather dry down that one. So I don't think I'm gonna bother that one. I'm gonna leave it because I wanna see the result from both of them to this one. So yes, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Before you leave, please hit that like button. If you're on your phone, double tap on the screen, hit that like button. That's all I'm asking, because I'm giving real information live on Planter Garden TV. This is what you call yes. So with me today, truly appreciate the time, really appreciate it. I hope this moment I share with you able to help you and guide you on your journey of 2025 garden season. I'm hoping that this year you could have a better garden season than last year. All right, so if you're interested in what I'm doing, you could always tune in and support this channel I'll truly appreciate it because all I'm doing, I'm giving real information out here, man. All right? Real information. How to grow a successful garden naturally without spending a bag of money for no, you understand? Hope your garden on YouTube is, thank you, appreciate it. Thank you guys, thank you LP, thank you Dark Lumen, I appreciate it, yes. So just stay tuned guys, there will be a lot of live videos coming, live from the garden, showing you guys all the updates, showing you guys what's happening, all right? So you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace, love, and blessing to all. Thank you all. Peace.